On the 21st of July, 1969, man landed on the moon. And we're celebrating 50 years this weekend. That was literally incredible. It was literally out of this world. It was literally, for so many people on the planet, unimaginable. It was unheard of. It was ridiculous. And yet we were able to put somebody from Earth up there on the moon. And there was one single strategy that helped us get from the Earth to the moon. One strategy that enabled us. And that was one goal. Every single person working on that mission was pulling, was pushing, was driving. Insert any action word you like toward that one goal. Get the man on the moon. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to JTInTheRaw, show 155, where I chew the thin on business. And after 30 years in business, I have just a few thins to chew. Good morning, Susan. Good morning, Dwayne. Good morning, Paul. Great having everybody on board. Today's little show is all about the man landing on the moon and how they did it using one single strategy, which was one goal. Because today I've got two questions for you to start off with. Two questions for you to consider right now in your business. Do you have a single goal that everybody's driving towards? Number two is, are they pulling, all of your team, all of your department, all of your business, are they pulling in the same direction? They're the two questions I want you to consider during today's show. Good morning, Jason. Good morning, Tim K. Good morning, Luke. Luke, you're up very early this morning. Couple of shout outs. You know, I like to start off the show with a couple of shout outs. First up, I want to shout out to everybody in the fitness industry who are sponsoring the Fitness Industry Technology Summit. It is on next Thursday and Friday. We are clawing our way up now with ticket sales. So I want to say a huge thank you to all of the sponsors. I want to do a big shout out today to Fitness Australia. This week I was lucky enough to spend 45 minutes interviewing the CEO, Barrie, Elvish. Thank you, Barrie, for your time, and thank you, Fitness Australia, for the opportunity to interview Barrie and share what you guys are up to with the network that we have. Also want to thank you for the webinar that I did. Yesterday I did a webinar for Fitness Australia, and it was called Peeking Behind the Curtain of Some of the Best Gyms in the World. If you would like a copy of that webinar, put Maddie, M-A-D-D-Y, Maddie, in the comments below, whether you're watching live or on replay. Put Maddie in the comments below and I'll get you a link to be able to watch that webinar. Also, got a big shout out today to Anytime Fitness Australia, who have invited me to speak at their conference at the end of the year. Thank you. Also a shout out to the JCCA, which is the Jewish Community Association of the USA, who've asked me to speak at their conference. So thank you to the JCCA. Looking forward to speaking at both of those conferences later in the year. Now, often in JTInTheRaw, we get very serious. We get extremely serious about the matter of business. And certainly today's topic is incredibly serious. But I thought I might start off with 5 very interesting, fun, and trivia about man landing on the moon. Here we go. If you like these, I want you to either give me a thumbs up, a love heart, or a funny face emoji as I go through them. G'day, Sal. How are you, Sal? All right, here we are. Number 1, fun fact about the man landing on the moon is that the astronauts could not afford life insurance. They got quotes for life insurance, and it was an exorbitant price. They couldn't afford to take out life insurance should something bad happen on the trip to the moon. So what they did is they signed hundreds of envelopes, and they figured that their families could sell off the autographs of the astronauts in order to make enough money for their families to live. Clever. Number 2, fun fact of the trip to the moon is that there was no toilets. So they had to pee in a condom-shaped thing that they rolled on it, and you know what I mean. And if they had to do a number 2, well, they had to sticky tape. They had to tape a plastic bag to their butt. And when they were on the moon, if they needed to go to the toilet, they actually wore nappies. That is some trivia for you. You should be able to win all the pub trivia. Point number 3. This is possibly the most amazing fact. The computer that was used to guide them from Earth to the moon, it was not that it weighed 30 kilos, but in comparison, that computer now is less powerful than a modern day calculator. They took a man from Earth to the moon on a computer that is now less powerful than a modern day computer. Amazing. They left some souvenirs up on the moon. They left a mirror. They left the American flag. They left a disc that had 73 messages of peace from 73 world leaders. Messages of peace from 73 world leaders is sitting up there on the moon. And this one blew me away. That they landed on the moon with just 23 seconds of fuel left.
The Eagle has landed.
Man on the moon. Oh, boy. Boy.
Okay, we're going to be busy for a minute.
23 seconds of fuel left. They're my fun facts of the trip to the moon. But now let's get down to the business side of things. In order to take the man here, or the men here, up to there were multiple teams involved. Good morning, Mr. Kent. How are you, sir? Luke, yes. I love those emojis, Luke. There were multiple teams involved. There was a launch team. There was a land team. There was a land on the moon team. There was a team that brought them back into orbit. There was a team that worked out where they were going to land when they actually came back onto Earth. There was the astronaut care team. There was a medical team. There was a team around the health of the astronauts. Of course, there was a PR team. There were teams all around the world monitoring the progress of the orbit of the Apollo ship. Multiple teams. I've got no idea the number of people that were involved, but there were hundreds, if not thousands of people across the globe that were involved in either a small way or a large way in order to get a man on the moon. But in all the research that I've done, in all the interviews that I've seen this week around the celebration of this 50-year anniversary, is this. And this is a key fact. Every single one of those people involved in the mission had one goal: land a man on the moon and bring him home. Land the man on the moon and bring him home. If you like, there was a bloody-mindedness of everybody. There was such single focus on what we were trying to achieve that there was no peripherals out here. It was blink of vision. Let's get someone on the moon. Every single person had that single goal. There was no personal agenda. There was no personal egos. There was one agenda: get the man on the moon and get him home. Now, can you imagine in your business if that actually exists? Does it? Does every single person on your team understand that you have a single goal, or do you have multiple goals? Oh, we'd like to achieve this. And often in business that I work with, I hear that, oh, we'd like to grow and we'd like to retain. That's two goals there. We want to grow our customer base and we want to retain our customer base. Straight away, there's two goals. What was the goal of the Apollo mission? Get him on the moon and get him home. Moon, home, moon, home. One goal, everybody pulling in the same direction. So my thought this morning is for you guys to go away and do a little audit. And it goes something like this. Do you have one goal? Are the team clear on that one goal? Are the team clear on that one goal? And do they know their role in order to achieve that one goal? And most importantly, there is no personal agenda in achieving that one goal. Okay, so let's summarize this again. Multiple teams all around the world had one goal. Multiple individuals all around the world had one goal. Get the man on the moon and get him home safely. That was it. They're all pulling in the same direction. But is everybody in your business pulling in the same direction? Or is there personal ego? Or is there personal agendas? Personal goals that people want to achieve? Is there lack of clarity from you on what our single goal is? Is there a bloody-mindedness? Is there a focus on what our goal is in our business that we want to achieve? And is the team clear on that goal? Are they clear on their roles in order to achieve that goal? Ladies and gentlemen, the reality is simple. As leaders, we have a responsibility to set that goal. We have a responsibility to set that goal. We have a responsibility to have the team buy into that goal. And we have to ensure that everyone is going in that same direction. Haha, Luke Jenkins, thanks for sharing that. I bet that is a good link. I'm going to check it out afterwards. G'day, Dan. How are you, mate? Have you been out running this morning? So as leaders, let me go through that again. If you like this one, whether you're watching live or on replay, give me a love heart right now if this is something that you think you can work on in your business. Is that there is a single goal in the business, that the team buy into that goal, and that you can ensure everyone is pulling in that same direction. It was a bit cold this morning, Dan, for that run. Thanks, Susan, for those love hearts. Ensure everyone is going in that single direction. Often in business, we go off in multiple directions. We're trying to achieve so much, but perhaps we would achieve more if we just set out to achieve one thing. Ladies and gentlemen, that's JTInTheRaw show 155 for you. This week, what is happening? Oh, sorry, before I get on to this week, I want to give you a challenge. Yeah, it was conditioning. It was pretty cold, Dan. I want to give you a challenge. Here's the challenge. Whether you watch live on replay, love you to put in the comments, I'm up for this, or give me some sort of signal that you're up for this challenge. Is that you set a goal, one single goal for a week or for a month or for a quarter. Set the goal and have your team have that same focus. And then I want you to measure it. How do you measure if the team has got that same focus and driving? Let's go step by step before we actually look at putting a man on the moon in our own business, something incredible, something amazing, something out of this world. Before we get to that, why don't we start with something simple? Why don't we set a simple goal in our business and let's get all the team to buy in behind that goal and push in that same direction. Let's try it. If you're up for it, put in the comments below. Give me a thumbs up. Give me some sort of commitment from you that you are up for this single challenge over a week, over a month, or over a quarter. Go. Live or on replay, give me some commitment right now that you will set a goal, one goal, and have all the team buy into it and follow through with a single bloody-minded focus in order to achieve it. Love it. Thank you, Dan. Thank you, Susan. Morning, Jacob. You must be up early, Jacob. For you? All right. What's on this week? Well, this week is 100% focus on the Fitness Industry Technology Summit. It's on next Thursday and Friday. If you are not coming, I don't understand why, but it's obviously your choice. If you don't know what the Fitness Industry Technology Summit is, put FITS in the comments below and I will share the link with you. FITS, F-I-T-S, in the comments below and I'll share the link with you and you can get along. Today's the last day you can grab tickets. So you want to register today. It is an unbelievable experience. My whole team have been pulling in the same direction for the last month. Actually, it's probably the last 6 months. Also, next week, got a few coaching clients, but primarily my energy will be given towards getting FITS organised. Got lots of things planned for the week to get it all started. So just in summary, if you're just joining now, whether it's on live or on replay, just got a big shout out earlier this morning, went to Fitness Australia, which allowed me to do a webinar for all of their members. If you want a copy of that webinar, it was called Peek Behind the Curtain of the Best Gyms Around the World. If you want a copy of that webinar, put Maddie, M-A-D-D-Y, in the comments below, and we will get you a link to be able to watch that webinar. Okay? So it's M-A-D-D-Y in the comments below. If you're not coming to the Fitness Industry Technology Summit because you don't know anything about it, put FITS in the comments below, F-I-T-S. And most importantly, if you are wanting to achieve something unbelievable in your business, like the equivalent of putting a man on the moon in your business, I want you to commit for either a week, a month, or a quarter that you will have one single goal and you will get your team to buy into that goal, be clear around that goal, know their role in that goal, and have no personal agenda at the same time. If you're in for that, write in the comments below, hit me with a love heart, hit me with a thumbs up, but give me some sort of acknowledgement that that is what you're up to over the next week, month, or quarter. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for engaging. Thank you for sharing. By the way, if you do know anybody that could benefit from the show, please tag them in the comments below. Just tag them, write their name, tag them, and then they can watch the show and they can learn what you've learned today, which is how we can put a man on the moon in our own business. Quote of the week. Quote of the week is my favourite part of the show. Is it yours? Is it your favourite part of the show? But here it is. Quote of the week. When everyone has the same goal, you have success. When everyone has the same goal, you have success. Regardless of whether you are a business, a sporting team, or a department. When everyone has the same goal, you have success. Key for us is one goal, team buy-in, know their role in that goal, and have no personal agenda. If you enjoyed today's show, please tag friends in there. I will catch you next week. Actually, next Friday, I'll be coming to you minutes before the first day of the Fitness Industry Technology Summit. It will be literally, people will be walking into the summit while I'm doing JTInTheRaw. So tune in next week. We might have a technology flavored JTInTheRaw. So join in next Friday. It'll be right before the Tech Summit. So again, if you don't know what that is, put FITS in the comments below and let's get you along to it. Ladies and gentlemen, have an awesome weekend wherever you are in the world. I will catch you on the flip side.